The cryptocurrency market has gotten some massive wins over the past couple of days, but in this video, I want to talk about what comes next. What specifically is the next big date we are waiting for in order for Ripple, XRP, and the rest of the cryptocurrency ecosystem to take a next leg higher? In this video, I want to talk about some critical things that are right around the corner that I believe are going to add some fuel to the fire and really sending this bull market to its next phase. And I believe this catalyst is going to be especially important for Ripple and XRP. Like always, your support means so much to this channel. Thank you to everyone who takes the time to like these videos and subscribe to the channel. These two simple things really do help me out so much. Also, if you ever need a place to buy some XRP, make sure to check out my favorite exchange Uphold down in the description of this video. With that said, let's jump right into it, and I hope you guys enjoyed the content. So I want to start this video off and just quickly talk about an exciting piece of news we got earlier today, because once again, this is just another example of the XRP community being right. What we found out earlier today is Robinhood is now, for the first time, I believe, listing XRP on their platform. This is absolutely massive. It's going to be a huge catalyst for XRP going into this bull run. And it once again proves that the XRP community was absolutely correct when we said Judge Torres's designation that XRP is not a security is going to be monumental in allowing institutions in the United States to start dealing with XRP. There was a lot of people who were extremely worried about the appeal. There was a lot of people saying, oh, well, this could still be appealed, so no institution is going to touch XRP. It's looking like that is absolutely not the case. And the clarity we got from Judge Torres is allowing these large financial institutions to start dealing directly with XRP. We've seen Grayscale bring back their XRP trust. We have seen multiple XRP ETFs. And now we're watching retail exchanges bringing back the ability to directly deal in XRP. I really do think this is going to be a super big deal going forward because, one, it's going to legitimize XRP among new investors to the market, but more importantly, it's going to provide retail an avenue to get access to this asset. It's one of the most important things, access. It's so important to people getting an allocation to the token. Alongside the XRP ETFs that are likely coming and around the corner, we are watching brand new avenues for people to purchase and get an allocation to XRP that we have never seen before. And I know it doesn't seem like a big deal, but guys, the amount of volume Robinhood does, this could be monumental for XRP, especially as we head into the next bull run. And hopefully as we get a new, more sophisticated investor group going into these cryptocurrencies. I know not a lot of people think about it like this, but a lot of people in the traditional equity market and investors, they like fundamentals. They like to see things that are actually solving real world problems and driving real world utility. I believe a token like XRP is going to be a massive value proposition for a lot of these people who didn't understand the meme coins or didn't understand something like Bitcoin. From my experience talking to educated people in this kind of different part of the markets, I believe XRP is going to be a clear and obvious value proposition for them. And I believe bringing their attention to this asset through things like an XRP ETF or through a Robinhood listing is going to be monumental for the asset moving forward. I want to keep going though and talk about a very important date that is right around the corner that I believe is going to be the next big catalyst for not only the entire cryptocurrency industry, but specifically Ripple and XRP. And that is Gary Gensler's resignation. Now, Gary Gensler has not left yet, but Metal Lawman put out this tweet, and I believe it is something everyone needs to be paying attention to. He said November 8th, 2016 to November 14th, 2016, Mary Jo White announced her resignation right after Trump was elected. So Trump was elected November 8th, 2016. Mary Jo White then resigns. On November 3rd, Biden was elected. November 16th, Jay Clayton announced his resignation. What Metal Lawman says is that it is very likely we are days away from Gary Gensler's resignation. We had Trump elected on November 5th, and that means we are expecting to see Gary Gensler likely gone before Thanksgiving. This would be a massive catalyst for the industry and specifically a massive catalyst for Ripple and XRP. I believe the day Gary Gensler leaves the SEC, we are likely going to see the next leg up for XRP and some very significant price appreciation. Now, the main reason why I believe the market is going to be extremely excited about Gary Gensler leaving is because there is a lot of very smart people close to the SEC who believe that the SEC's appeal in this case is now pretty much done for. No one thinks this SEC appeal is going to go the distance anymore, and many people are now thinking that it's actually very likely that the SEC's appeal actually turns out to be a huge win for Ripple, because the SEC is going to be forced to settle on Ripple's terms. The new SEC is not going to want to be tied up in this case. Gary Gensler was really the only one pushing this case forward. And now that he is going to be replaced, it is very probable we are going to have this case outright dismissed or settled on favorable terms for Ripple. This would be one of the biggest pieces of news we could ever get, because one, this case would get wrapped up in the way Ripple wanted it. They would pay a fine and likely get clarity for their business to operate in the United States. But more importantly, it would essentially give them immunity from ever being sued on these grounds again, meaning that they essentially are going to have a shield in front of them that no other cryptocurrency company has. Now, one of the people who actually weighed in on this that I find very interesting is John Reed Stark. He is a former SEC official who has been very anti-crypto and very anti-Ripple and XRP. But he is specifically saying here that Gary Gensler should resign and the new SEC should drop all ongoing cryptocurrency cases. So guys, this isn't just hopium. This isn't just speculation. We have massive cryptocurrency skeptics who used to work at the SEC saying that this is likely going to be the path we go down. In my opinion, this is the holy grail for Ripple and XRP. This allows Ripple to have the clarity they need to dominate the United States market, be able to get XRP going in the United States in terms of for its full intended purpose of transactions and utility, all without ever having to worry about the SEC again, and likely even having a specific agreement via their settlement on how they run their business. This is what we have been waiting for. This is the holy grail of how Ripple moves forward, and this is how I believe we have the start of institutional utility and adoption in the United States. I'll say this again, I have said it before. This is what we need for cryptocurrencies. No longer are we hoping on speculative pumps. We are hoping on grand utility driving this ecosystem forward and building out the internet of value. I don't believe there's a single other cryptocurrency company or cryptocurrency positioned as perfectly as Ripple and XRP. And with this case getting wrapped up in the next couple months, I believe XRP is going to be one of the biggest winners. So before Thanksgiving, I believe we are actually going to be in a position where Gary Gensler is no longer at the SEC. In 3 to 4 to 5 months from then, I think this case is going to be dead and gone, and XRP is going to have more clarity than any other cryptocurrency in the market, and Ripple is going to have their own way or their own ability to operate in the United States under a specific settlement negotiation with the SEC. It does not get better than that, and I believe it opens the door to what we think is going to be the holy grail of the cryptocurrency ecosystem, the internet of value, moving money as fast as information moves today. And how is that going to happen? Well, guys, it's probably going to be facilitated via some of the biggest players out there like Swift. I saw this earlier today, and this should just show you that the institutional adoption is already here. The regulators held us back forever. They wanted to try to slam the door on this, but the smartest, the biggest money in the room knows what's coming. They are preparing for it, and they are going to adopt the systems and solutions who are geared towards institutions. They are going to adopt the systems and technologies that are compliant, and the systems and technologies that have been vetted by the regulators and have a proven track record. Listen up to this, because this was Swift talking the other day, and I believe this has Ripple and XRP's name written all over it. This is the market we are after. This is that holy grail, the internet of value that we believe Ripple and XRP can solve. Guys, Swift doesn't have the technology. This is where I believe we are proven right once again, and likely after this, once and for all. Listen up to this.
Innovation that is rapidly accelerating here in Asia, as in other parts of the world, where we're seeing big advancements in technologies and business models that, face it, are truly transforming the landscape. Because the reality is, in the future, there will be many more ways to move value, not fewer. And people will demand more choice, not less. So an area that we're very much focused on is how our network can be used to exchange, to transfer tokenized value across public and private blockchains. as well as to interlink CBDCs globally with SWIFT as a single window, creating an end-to-end tracking, transparency, traceability, and trust across all transactions.
I'm not sure what else some people need to hear. He literally says public blockchains. To me, it's obvious. There are public blockchains looking specifically to work with large institutions to drive utility. We know Ripple has been working with SWIFT, or at least has had close ties to SWIFT for years now. I believe the transformation is inevitable. SWIFT is going to provide the centralized software, the API into Ripple's products, and then from there, largest institutions in the world are going to get access to the underlying XRP ledger to move value all around the world instantaneously. He is not just throwing around public blockchains for fun. These people know what's happening. They are talking about CBDCs as a certain. What is going on in the background, I believe, is what we have been speculating on forever, and I believe we are closer than ever to seeing these things play out, given the regulation, the clarity is finally here. Guys, thank you so much for coming. I hope you enjoyed this update, and for now, Mickle out.